Before there were kings, there was a betrayal. A son watched the sky and chose violence of destiny.
This land had no men, only powers older than names.
Set me free.
Uranus, sky, beautiful, endless, and cruel.
When the sky moves, everything beneath it trembles. He did not hesitate.
A wound appeared where no wound should exist.
Dares. Even the stars fled the coming act.
Gaia suffered, yet she stood firm.
The youngest Titan became the knife of the earth.
Heaven resisted. Uranus raged, and the world shook. And through the wound, we glimpsed the depths of the storm.
One motion, the sky would be pushed away from the earth.
But everything began in chaos. A limitless open, where even distance had not been invented. And in that silence, creation prepared to speak. After the wound in heaven, we return to the first place. Chaos. A single idea becomes a spark. From chaos, Earth took shape. Gaia.
Her gaze became the world's first steady ground. Mountains lifted their heads into the void.
Water gathered, searching for a shore. Where she touched, the land learned its shape. But beneath her, a depth awakened. Tartarus. Earth felt the abyss. Inside herself, a prison before prisoners existed.
Tartarus.
The world gave a bottomless shadow.
And then came Eros, the irresistible pull.
Beauty entered the void, and the void leaned closer.
He gathered what chaos had scattered.
The first attraction. The first bond.
The heavens took their first outline.
I will give birth to the sky.
And the world gained a ceiling. Uranus, sky, born without a father. Magnificent, and already certain he should rule.
Earth and sky met, and creation accelerated. The first storm spoke the sky's new voice. A world took form under a vault of stars. Sky covered Earth, and the next generation stirred. Earth listened and answered with life. 12 lights, 12 destinies.
The Titans were born. Oceanus, encircling waters without end.
Hyperion, light before the sun.
Coeus, mind that holds the sky in place. Cronus, the stern navigator of constellation. Iapetus, weight of fate in stone. Rhea, strength, with a mother's heart. Themis, law before judgment.
Mnemosyne, memory that never releases. Phoebe, moonlit omen.
Thea, splendor cast into flesh.
Tethys, fresh waters that nourish the world.
And last, Cronus, quiet, watching. Uranus looked upon them and claimed them in his heart. Gaia saw not power, but her children. Then the air changed. An omen.
And from that darkness, the next conflict waited.
Creation stood, and then it shivered. All that rises beneath me.
Something stirs within me.
The earth prepared to give birth.
And from Gaia came children unlike the rest, the Cyclopes.
One eye, seeing straight into the heart of power.
My child.
But Gaia's womb was not finished. Then came the 100-handed Hecaton chairs.
Strength without malice, feared simply for being vast.
They are mine.
Hide them.
No.
Uranus chose the abyss. Down, where no light forgives. You will not shame my sky. They did not fight. They only looked back.
And the 100-handed reached for the world above.
He buried them inside the earth. Tartarus closed its throat.
My children!
Gaia's grief became rage. Even the land protested. Order is preserved. Earth was covered, but not conquered. One Titan listened and learned.
You are my youngest, my sharpest.
He is the sky.
Then we must make him fall.
Cronus accepted the future. Above them, Uranus pressed closer.
I can still hear them.
Deep inside Earth, the unwind lived.
Cyclope waited, their fire unspent. And the 100-handed endured, unheard.
I will not forgive.
He rehearsed the impossible,
When he descends, you strike.
He will descend. The sky tightened his rule. All is mine. Gaia hid her hatred beneath stillness. And in the shelter of stone, a plot took root. The youngest waited where the sky could not see.
Now,
A single grip became a turning point. The world held its breath. Heaven began to crack.
for my children.
Beneath them, the unwanted waited, and the story turned. On the Titan plain, silence felt like a trap. Cronus steadied his heart with steel. Gaia watched from a distance. The sky came low, too close for comfort. I am the summit of all things. One half step, and the trap sprung both ways. The sun moved, too fast for doubt. A blue edge drew a line through fate. Treachery. Inside the wound, the sky was a storming sea. Stars fell like apologies that never landed. Court stepped out of darkness to witness a new order. Rhea tasted the cost before the crown. Sky was driven away from Earth. The old king withdrew, but not his pride. You must pay. After the rupture, a new light arrived. They hailed the breaker of heaven as king. Yet Tartarus still burned, the unpaid debt. Gaia's victory carried a wound of its own.
Remember, you were once a liberator, Cronus.
His heart answered with cold silence. Under Titan rule, the world looked brighter.
Rhea bound herself to the new king.
I will keep this throne. A shadow crossed the light. An omen. Even law looked uneasy.
Memory began recording the price.
Even the sea murmured its warning.
Oceanus said nothing, but saw everything.
Power rested, but it did not sleep.
Time began to move beneath a Titan crown.
The world learned cycles, birth and decay. Cronus ruled, and his shadow grew.
Prophecy is not spoken. It is heard in the world.
A child will rise and overthrow his father.
Rhea reached for warmth in a man made of dread.
Far below the gods, mortals began to worship. They offered fear as prayer. To Cronus, even worship sounded like defiance. I will not be replaced.
The throne pulled darkness closer.
Law frowned as power bent it.
Do not fight fate.
Fate should fear me.
Then the first child quickened within Rhea. Cronus measured life as a threat.
Rhea fled to Earth's hidden heart.
Mother, I'm afraid.
Power always fears its heir.
Old sins echoed from Tartarus.
The king paced like a caged storm.
A spark of the past, enough to poison the present.
The first child came as light.
And the king approached, not as father, but as fear.
He took the light into shadow.
Rhea's grief had no words.
Even mortals felt the gods change.
You are becoming Uranus.
I am surviving.
Again and again, light was stolen.
Grief turned into resolve.
The next one must be hidden.
They chose an island of stone and secrecy. Rhea walked into the night to save a life.
The world hid her beneath living shadows.
Forgive me. I cannot lose you too.
A gate waited in the mountain. Somewhere, thunder remembered its name. She stepped into shadow to birth a storm. Light answered without a hand. And there, in secret, the last child prepared to enter the world.
Before lightning speaks, the world goes quiet.
Rhea endured in silence, where no king could hear.
And Earth came to shelter her own blood.
This child will be the answer.
A star formed in a mother's hand.
Zeus entered the world as light and as thunder waiting.
A quiet thunder signed his name.
Even as an infant, lightning learned to grip.
Zeus, spark of a new age.
Far away, the sky answered.
He must live.
But in the king's hall, darkness waited. I feel something. Prophecy weighed on the air. Mortals sang louder, as if fate itself began to chant. Suspicion reached for its weapon.
No one defeats a prophecy.
And Tartarus remembered. Every consequence returns.
Hide him with the mountain silence.
The mountain sealed its secret. A new heartbeat, bright and stubborn.
And the world looked on, unaware of what had begun.